Tropical cyclone Kelvin made landfall in Australia over the weekend, and as it made landfall, it actually strengthened. Normally when a tropical system goes over land, it begins to weaken, but Kelvin actually formed an eye, a sure sign of strengthening. How in the world can a tropical system strengthen over land? Okay, let's science. First, let's start with the basics. There are essentially two things that a tropical system needs to thrive. One, a conducive atmosphere, and two, moist, warm air. To learn more about this process, check out a video I made previously on the 2017 hurricane season. For this video, we're going to focus on the second aspect of maintaining a tropical system, and that is a source of warm, moist air. Now, normally, it's a big ocean, a big sea, somewhere where there's a lot of warm water. We see it all the time in the tropics, whether it's the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Caribbean. It's a lot of water, and it's warm. It is the lifeblood of a tropical system. As hurricanes churn over open water, they essentially feed off the moisture and heat given off by warm water. This moisture and heat powers the thunderstorms inside the hurricane's eyewall and outer bands. To put it another way, gas is to a car as warm ocean water is to a tropical... What's that? Oh, that's the dead horse I'm beating. We get it. Heat and moisture are important for a tropical system, so when that system goes over land and loses that source, it should weaken, right? Right, but not always. Enter Tropical Storm Kelvin. Kelvin made landfall on Australia's northwest coast and then actually strengthened, forming an eye, the signature for any strong tropical system. If you know anything about this area, which admittedly I didn't until today, it's normally fairly dry and sandy and full of shrubs. But recently, this area had seen quite a bit of rain, which meant the ground was essentially saturated with water upon Kelvin's landfall. So we have moisture. What about heat? Surface temperatures were in the 80s upon Kelvin's landfall, plenty warm enough. Now, one more aspect of this is the terrain. Hills and mountains can interfere with the hurricane circulation, causing it to weaken and delaying development. Well, this area is very flat and reduces the frictional interactions between the storm and the land. With moisture and heat readily available, we have essentially everything we need for Kelvin to prosper and benefit from a phenomenon called the brown ocean effect. This term was coined by a research group at the University of Georgia back in 2013. A different study out of MIT actually found that this area of Australia is actually a fairly common spot for this process to occur. Now, I didn't dive deep into some of the technical aspects of this phenomenon. If you want to learn more and dive deep for yourself, check out the research linked in the description. Thanks for listening.